Gotham, a crazy podcast about DC, with your host E-Rock and PD. When we speak up, get your geeks up, cause you know you about to get geeked up. So sit back, relax, and get comfy. Lose your mind like Solomon Grundy, and listen to a show that won't be forgotten, coming straight out of Gotham.
Everyone out there in Fawcett City, welcome to another episode of Straight Outta Gotham, episode 112. We are a fandom pop culture podcast and a proud member of the Batman Podcast Network. Head on over to batmanonfilm.com to check out all the other great podcasts that are on the network. There's a podcast drop-down tab on the website, so lots of great stuff. My favorite these days is the Batman Book Club, mostly because I'm on it, and Lauer, he does his thing. He just does his Lauer thing. So that's fun. Check that show out. Plus all the other great shows on the network, because there's a bunch of great shows there. So over there, take a listen. And someone's definitely covering something that you like. So I am your co-host from the other side of the Hudson River, a senior contributor to Batman on Film. I am Peter R. Vera, and today we're recording on the evening of February 26, 2023. And as always, we have a great show for you today, but before we get into the good stuff, I'd like to remind you, our faithful listeners, that if you take the time to rate and review this podcast on Apple Podcasts, and we read your review on air, you win a Straight Outta Gotham prize pack. So get that in, do that, check that out, because those prize packs are always fun. Now, let me introduce you to my partner in crime, the man who is the treasury of the Gotham Knights fan club and a Batman on Film freshman contributor, Eric Holzman.
Hello there.
How are you?
I didn't know I was the treasurer of the Gotham Knights fan club.
You are now. You are now, because you, my friend.
And just to quickly correct you on something.
What is it?
It's March 26th, not February 26th.
Is it? Did I say February?
You said February. And I figured you would know that because you have been covering March Madness for your job. So I figured you would know. We're in March.
It's a lot of weekends have been worked.
But yeah.
I'm a little delirious, I guess. Wow. Sorry, I said February. I meant March.
It's quite all right. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you out. I'm here. We balance each other out. That's what we do here.
Oh, geez. That's funny. I didn't even notice that.
But yeah, guys, that's kind of why our recording schedule has been a little weird as well, because this is Pete's busy time. So last week, though, I had something to...
I think I actually have weekends again.
Yeah, so
we'll be back to normal recording schedule.
Yes, we should be back to recording normally, but yeah, it's been a couple, like with the last show we technically did was the Scream review that we did the live stream for. So this is our first recorded show pretty much since the beginning of March.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we've given them other ways to, scratch the itch.
Of course. I mean, with all your tweets and my tweets and
your tweets are mostly about, I don't know, like tuna casseroles and
what? No, that's my Instagram posts. My Instagram posts are definitely about food.
Olives.
Yes. Lots of food on Instagram.
Do you like blue cheese stuffed olives? You're a big blue cheese stuff. Yeah, you look like that. You're a bougie.
I love those.
$11 shrimps.
Oh, of course.
$11 that's a huge shrimp. $11 shrimp.
Dude, I just went to dinner tonight and I paid almost $200.
What'd you eat?
I had Chilean sea bass, panko crusted Chilean sea bass.
He's so bougie. Hoss gonna love this one.
With julienne vegetables, julienne sliced vegetables, and there was this little like jasmine rice thing, but I didn't really eat the rice. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was good though. But yeah, so it's been a while, guys. So we're back. It's been a while since we've been here, but we're back, and a lot has happened. We've had a lot happen in these 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's things have happened that I wish didn't happen.
Yeah, there's been a lot of in fandom world. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I think mostly good, except for maybe one thing bad. But I think most of it has been good. Some of it's been surprising. I could say that for sure.
I think a lot of it's been surprising.
But we've it's kind of cool in a way that we're going to get to discuss all of this stuff at once because we've both had time to just let it kind of marinate in our brains. So we've had time to do that. But one thing I wanted to bring up right off the bat was yesterday was the 7-year anniversary of the release of Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Nice.
So there we go.
There we go.
7
Movie that
years.
changed it all.
No, it's 7 years, and people are still talking about it like it just came out yesterday.
I it's funny. I remember the day BVS came out. All the reviews were negative. I was kind of worried about it, and then I went to see the movie. I was with my buddies. It got a standing rousing ovation to F the critics, and we
That's
all left. We were
crazy.
pumped, and it was great. And then the next couple days and weeks and months that followed were very interesting. So I left the theater really hyped, thinking normal people or just fans or whatever enjoyed the movie, and that wasn't really the case.
I just remember people getting up after I saw the first screening of it, because I saw it a couple times. But after the first screening of it, I remember people getting up, looking around like, I have no idea what I just watched. Like, that was kind of the reaction in my theater.
Me and my buddy Connor, probably the third day BVS was out, we went to see it. We saw it 3 days in a row.
Okay.
We liked it a lot.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do like it.
The third day we went, we were actually kind of late for the movie, so we actually missed the previews, and we got there just before the leaf fell in front of the Warner Brothers logo. So as we're walking in, a guy is like walking out, and I'm guessing he's like running to get snacks or the bathroom or something. But he kind of bumps into me, and I'm like, "Whoa, dude, is the movie really that bad? Did you have to leave?" And he's like, "No, I was just joking with you because for 3 days now I've been hearing how bad this movie is." And he's like, no, dude, it just started. Like, I have no idea if it's bad. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean,
if a little prank on him, and then we went watched and we still liked it, but
I don't think anyone could have. Yeah, I don't think anyone could have predicted the discourse that movie would have and still have 7 years later. But I'll say this for it: there's things in it I definitely really like. Most of my issues with the film are not really content related; they're more film related. How it was cut, edited, things like that. The tone's a little bit off, but that it works in the film, so it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, it's still weird to talk about so many years later, because literally I saw something about someone was talking BVS not yesterday, like last week. I read something, and they say we're approaching the 7th year since BVS was released, and this is why it's misunderstood. It was something like that. And I was like, oh, here we go again.
I feel like the only real things I don't like in BVS, and like this is something I have a problem with the Keaton movies, is Batman killing. I don't really like that. I get it. I understand what Snyder was doing with his Batman, where it was going. And I also don't like the email scene. That's really the only scene in the movie I don't like. It just always seemed weird to me that Lex has like files with logos. But
yeah, why the ones we all know too. Like
I thought it was kind of clever how they connected everything with the photo and all that jazz. But I just didn't like the email scene, kind of. But that's really it, because I like you said, like I really do like the movie. I don't think Doomsday looks great. I don't think Doomsday looks horrible. Wonder Woman's entrance is fantastic, and Affleck's great. Cavill's great for the little he's in the movie.
All 43 lines he has.
I think he did what he's supposed to do. I think he did a good job of playing miserable Superman.
Yeah, so see,
I think he did a good job with what he was supposed to do. But I don't know. It was interesting.
See, we could laugh at it now, right?
All the stuff in the past, we can. I'm sure someone's going to take this out of context. Snyder haters.
It did begin some of the most tumultuous time we've had, but I will say, if that was the movie that I really I followed BOF before, but that was the movie where all kind of the stuff was going on after that, and that was after that was when I started talking more intently to everyone from BOF.
So what were you doing beforehand? Just kind of lurking in the message boards?
Yeah, I would read and stuff. I'd read the site, and I would, but then after BVS is when I started interacting more with Bill and with Rick and everyone at the time. And that was when I made the decision to go to see Wonder Woman. It was after that when Wonder Woman came out. So Pete, we would not be sitting here if not for that movie. There's a very good chance we would not be sitting here.
That was my first. It was funny. That was my first Batman on Film watch party. Was in Texas for Wonder Woman.
Yeah. So that something good did come out of it, because I made some really good friends from it all. So that's something good that did come out of that movie for me.
Kowalski.
So Yep. I just wanted to bring that up. So happy 7th anniversary if you celebrate. And if you don't, if you're hating, continue to hate. What do you want me to say? I have
You're a hater.
no
You're a
nowhere to
fascist.
go. So let's jump into the main topics we're going to discuss here, because we have 3 things to review, 3 things in the space we want to review. What do you want to start with?
Let's start with the happiest of the ones. Let's start with Gotham Knights. Let's do it. Let's just give the people what they want. That's what they're here for.
I don't know if that's what the people want, but that's
what
clearly
they want. Eric Holzman's been watching CW superhero.
That's what you want. I know that.
Holzman's been watching the CW. Is anyone else pumped?
Dude, I watched the CW before you did.
But then you stopped and you went away and you were like, no, I don't like this. I don't like superheroes. I need everything to be perfect.
Okay.
No, you can watch crappy superhero television and still enjoy it. Like it's a beautiful thing.
All right. So let's get into Gotham Knights, because we've had 2 episodes now, right? So we had the first one is a typical pilot, especially a typical CW pilot. I have to say, I went into it thinking I'm not going to last 5 minutes. I really did. I went into it saying to myself,
"Gotta watch, baby.
I am not going to be able to get through this." And I was pleasantly surprised. Like, it
feels
not
like an MTV show, doesn't it?
Yes, it does feel like Teen Wolf or one of those shows that MTV used to have.
Yes. I said Scream a lot. It gives me the vibes of MTV Scream, which I really enjoy the first 2 seasons. So, like I got that kind of thing. But I actually think they're doing a decent job without Batman. Just putting out there, like, this Batman has to be like the worst Batman ever. He's dead.
Yeah, how they get you there.
We're already in a weird universe here. And I'm not a big on this softy Harvey Dent. Like, this is not a hard-edged district attorney going up against crime and mob. Like, he's kind of I feel like he's a guidance counselor.
I will say Misha Collins does play him well, if that's what they're asking for. I think he's doing a good job as Harvey Dent. It definitely is a different style of Harvey Dent that I'm used to. But again, I always say this: if it works within the framework of what they're doing, then I'm much more forgiving to what
which is crazy. A lot of that does.
It does.
A lot of it does.
It definitely does. Some of the costumes are really bad, really bad. The Robin, the Carrie Kelly, the Robin costume is.
Why isn't she just Robin? Like, why? Like, it's like she can be. It's like you can call her Robin, but you can't.
Well, she says she's Robin in the first one. I know. She does. Yeah,
she's Robin, but she doesn't dress like Robin. You know what I'm saying? No. It's like, where's her Robin suit? Like, come on, she should be as Robin.
I will say that for I really do like Dula, or that's her name, right? The Joker's daughter's name is Dula or Duella, Duella, something like that. I think she's very good. I think the actress is playing a part that was never created well, so like it's brand new for this show. So I thought she's pretty good.
I like Stephanie Brown. I'm a big fan Brown. On the Harper and Cullen.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean the ensemble works. It's funny that the one I have the most issues with is the lead character.
He's kind of a dud. It's like, why isn't he Dick Grayson? Like, where is Dick Grayson? Where's Tim Drake? Where are the other Robins?
His name is Taylor, right?
Yeah, Taylor. Yeah, Taylor.
So his name is Taylor. And I was so afraid they were going to make him like this guy who just knows everything right off the bat and, a superhero right away. Like, he didn't have any kind of struggle or background. But they've done a pretty good job developing him and showing him as being kind of just this rich kid who doesn't know what he doesn't know yet. You do see obviously a little bit of signs of, definitely knowing Bruce Wayne could have been his father because he's very intuitive. So that part I'll say he seems to pick up things pretty quickly. But yeah, the show is just much better than I thought it would be. I really did not expect.
It's not amazing.
No, it's not great by any stretch.
But I could watch this on a Wednesday and be like, oh, okay, this is fine. Like, I just hang out on the couch and enjoy it.
Yeah,
for what it is.
And I think the fact that it's not a direct rip from the content that we know is helping it in that regard, because I'm not.
It's already better than Gotham by like light years.
Oh, see, JJ Hodges said no. Our buddy JJ said,
He's crazy.
He said Gotham was better. So,
oh god, Gotham.
I don't know.
Yeah, Gotham.
I don't agree. I mean, I just said you're kind of comparing diarrhea to just crap. Like,
Yeah,
it's really, you're really not making a very, comparison that's too far apart.
I'll take this. I will
But
gladly take this.
I'll say that for the reason I just stated, that it's taking so many liberties, it doesn't feel like something that we've had.
Mhm.
So there's references to Bruce Wayne, obviously, and Batman, and you're right. The where the hell they find him dead, that was so bad. Like,
Yeah. Oh, like this is the
so
worst
bad.
Batman of all time.
But is there anything about the show that I guess surprises you, outside of the fact that you don't think it's as bad as you thought?
Uh, surprises. I just overall like the cast, the production. It doesn't look that bad. Even when they do kind of like a cityscape type view, like it's CGI'd, but like I've seen worse. Overall, like just overall, the show isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I know that you said anything other, but that's just the truth. Like it's just everything about the show is better than I thought it would be. It just is.
Yeah.
Even when they do like the wide shot of the Batcave, like yeah, it looks like a video game cut screen, but it's still like I don't know. It's fine for what it is. We all know the show is lasting one season. There's nothing. It's coming and going, and I mean, it's just to me, it's just I don't know. It's kind of mindless television. So,
and we're getting obviously the villain is the Court of Owls. So that's the villain in this one, which again, I kind of wanted to see that in Reeves' movie, but not that
maybe
we
yeah.
won't. But
who knows?
Yeah, but Gotham tried the Court of Owls and it was kind of weird. So we'll see how
everything else they did.
Yeah, so we'll see how this one pans out. But definitely, they plant a lot of good seeds in the first 2 episodes. You're seeing development of Taylor or Tyler or whatever the hell his name is. I don't even.
Are you going to keep watching? Is my next question.
I'll give it. I said it's not that bad, so I'll continue to watch. I'll watch the 3rd episode.
Got him, baby. Holzman.
It took me 4, I think, with Batwoman. So we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, I mean, I think
you got to go back to season 3 of Batwoman. That's the only season you need to watch.
You keep saying that. It's kind of hard to do now, but I don't know.
No, it isn't. You don't rewatch old movies?
No, I do.
Sure, you can rewatch.
Of course, I do. But
you watch the holiday special all the time.
So, do you?
You do.
I don't. The Star Wars one, hell no.
Yes,
God,
yes,
no.
You do. You love it.
No, that is the worst Star Wars content ever made. And that's saying stuff when you have things like Attack of the Clones, but I'll watch Attack of the Clones before I'll watch that.
Oh gosh. Sand.
All right. So the other CW show that made its triumphant return is Superman and Lois.
Whoa, that's on the other side of the spectrum here, kids.
Yeah, I mean that show is better. It's much better. So we have a couple of new things this year. So the first new thing we've gotten is a new Jonathan. So I think the kid's been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean 2 episodes in, he's never been the weaker part of the episode. He's never really had to do too much. He's never had to really flex his acting muscles, so he's fine. I mean, it is what it is. He's one of the grandkids. He seems to be. I mean, he's one of the kids. But he seems to be kind of at this stage. He had his steroid scandal, right? So his big season was like last season. I think this is more of a Jordan season. It seems like. I will say the only thing I can complain about with Superman and Lois through these first 2 episodes are that, like if you're gonna have the kids playing water pong, they shouldn't be talking crap. Like if you win and you're drinking water cups. Like in the beer pong scene,
Yes.
I was like, that's on them actually. I don't feel bad for them. I think they should have got their asses kicked.
Yeah, I'll say the one thing I'll say about this season so far, at least in the first 2 episodes, is that it's definitely more focused on the younger I think.
I don't know. The Lois stuff was really
we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that because obviously now Clark is known to what's her name?
Everyone essentially, it seems like.
Yep. Obviously to Lana, right?
Whatever her name is, yeah.
And yeah, the publisher or the other woman who works at the Smallville Gazette, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I call her the publisher, whatever her name is.
Yeah, so she knows. So it's that all that stuff is kind of out there now, and it makes the show a little bit easier to swallow because people don't have to he's not hiding from the people closest to him.
But I think the kids had a big part of last season too. Jonathan had the steroid thing, and Jordan was dealing with his relationship issues. Like they've never, and he had the whole coaching. What was it? What's the party called? Oh my god,
Quinceañera.
Yeah, they had that. That was heavily involved. I don't think they ever stray from the kids.
No, I just think we're seeing growth from them this season, and it's noticeable because obviously they're older, and we're watching them grow up a little bit this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest bombshell so far, and if you haven't seen it already, I'm sorry, but we're going to talk about it. Is they gave Lois an aggressive form of breast cancer. That was what the second show was pretty much about. And I have to say, Elizabeth Tulloch, she's
a very good actress.
Yeah, she's the best thing about the show. Like, she's fantastic. And the way she played this part, the last episode where they, she's going through her testing and she's trying to keep it a secret, and which I did think was weird because I'm like, if Clark really wanted to know, he could just. You just know.
I feel like it's like he's like, I got Lois has got it. Like it's almost like, I know he's always rescuing Lois, but he never really has to worry about Lois.
Right.
Like Lois can take care of herself.
Right. No, exactly. Like I'm just saying, like she tries to keep it all a secret from him, and he really could just, if he wanted to, no. So. But yeah, it's the heaviest thing I think we've seen in the CW show. I mean, from the ones I've watched, I can't think of another one who had.
Yeah. Right.
I
was surprised.
I was like, oh, outside of Arrow, I mean, there was a lot of death in Arrow, but.
Oh, okay.
You definitely need to watch that show. It's still to me the best of all of them, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, Superman and Lois has been good. They're giving John Henry a little more of an arc this year. Looks like they're trying to set up some kind of relationship with him and Lana. We'll see where that goes there. Did you catch that in the last episode?
I did. It seems they were trying to set up a lot of relationships actually, because they got Fire Chief McDougan and the publisher are kind of getting it in too. So there was a lot of seeds that were planted literally and physically and emotionally. Everywhere around Smallville. Everybody getting it in Smallville.
They've already went from a high of maybe Lois being pregnant to the low of now her having it's actually being cancer. So that's been a very interesting dynamic in the first episode. So they're definitely building up for a pretty interesting season. What do you think of Onomatopoeia? Who's the main villain in this one?
It's kind of to be seen. Like I want to see what this is kind of all about. I love the Mannheim stuff. I think Bruno Mannheim is like an amazing character, and I think Tyrese is a fantastic actor. I forget his real name. Coleman, right? Is it?
Yes,
Coleman. He's great. So like I'm pumped to see him as Bruno Mannheim and see what he does with it's just they're Hobbs Bay and Suicide Slum and all that stuff. Like they're bringing a lot of like Superman lore into this. So I'm really digging that stuff. So Onomatopoeia, I'm just kind of like I'll wait and see what happens with it really. But I'm really into the Mannheim stuff right now.
Yeah, that stuff has been very, very cool and well done so far. So I'm there with you. I think it's been very.
I just wish Tyler Hoechlin was like taller. Like I just feel like he's still too small. He's still a tiny Superman.
Well, he plays the part well. I'll give him.
He does. He's a very good. His Clark Kent is fantastic.
Very convincing Clark. Yes.
Yeah,
it's a very convincing Clark. So yeah, so it's been cool. Jordan to me is still annoying. I don't like the character. I'm sorry. I just don't. I don't like the actor who plays him. But Sarah is fantastic. The girl who plays Sarah is fantastic. Cool. So I'm.
But she was wrong for throwing beer in that kid's face. She was drinking water all night.
He was,
he was right.
Metropolis rich kid. She didn't want. She wasn't happy with the Metropolis rich kid.
Beer pong. It's beer pong.
I know. I agree. As someone who's played beer pong in my life, I don't think it's fair if you're not playing with beer. That's part of the challenge, but who knows? So
that's the only negative I got. Holzman, watch the CW. Love it, baby.
Well, I've always watched Superman and Lois.
I love
so
it. Yeah,
I
but
haven't
now
given up.
you're watching 2 CW.
I am a little behind on this season of The Flash. I think I missed the last 2 episodes or so, but
well, they're still
I'll
on
catch
break,
up.
so catch up.
Yeah, I'll catch up.
So you're watching 3 CW shows?
So-
Wolfman is back, baby.
Dude, I used to watch all of them. I used to watch Arrow,
I know, he's
Flash,
back.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh
I
my
used to
God.
watch all of them.
Oh God,
Now
isn't
I just
it great? Wolfman's
I don't
back
like it
in the
anymore.
thick of things. Doesn't it feel good? Don't
It's
you feel nice and warm inside? You're
Not
sitting there,
really.
you're watching the CW. Why are you so miserable?
No.
Old man, look at my life. You're just like,
But again, the biggest shock is still that I like so far I've kind of liked Gotham Knights. I've kind of enjoyed the first few episodes.
yeah, baby.
So that's the
Here
biggest
we
shock
go.
so far
Hold
that I've had. But guys, anyone else out there watching this show, talk to us about it. Let us know.
Yeah.
Because it's very important
Eric
to Pete.
loves it.
It's very
And
important
if
to
you
Pete.
want to join the Gotham Knights fan club, email Eric.
I'm only treasurer. Pete's president. So you got to talk to Pete about.
Well, treasurer keeps track of the membership.
Funds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you like lay down the funds and the law and all.
Yeah,
that.
I laid it down.
I laid it down. So that's what you need
treasury,
to do.
contact Eric, finally33gmail.com.
All right. So since we got the good stuff kind of out of the way, let's go to the bad stuff at least, or the bad thing. We didn't record last week, but I did do a little video, couple of videos actually on this Facebook page. Yeah, not OnlyFans. The Facebook page about Shazam: Fury of the Gods. So, Pete, I gave my opinion, so people who have watched the Facebook page know how I feel. But I haven't heard yours yet. So, I mean, I've heard yours, but everyone hasn't heard yours.
I'm a big fan of this movie. I did. It brought me back to the first movie. It had a lot of the same elements in it. I love the family. I love what Billy's going through. I love, the dynamic. The villains I thought were really cool. I thought it was a direct correlation with the first movie. Like those events of the first film directly caused the second film. So I thought that was cool. It's a nice tight ship there. I saw a lot of people complaining about Levi. I don't have a problem with Levi because I kind of feel like that's Billy kind of defense mechanism superhero. Like I could, he's kind of like, I could do whatever I want. So I can kind of act crazy. I mean, could he tone it down a little bit? Sure, but it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. That's really my only negative. Was it like an amazing superhero fantastic? No, but like, it got me in the feels a few times. I laughed. I enjoyed. Darla was great. Mary Marvel was great. I love that Captain Marvel called him Captain Marvel. That was fantastic. It just these two movies, I really enjoy them so much, and it's a shame because I feel like no one else really does. But I enjoy them. I give them a lot of. I give it like it's like a solid A for me. Like it's top tier. DCE top tier superhero. It's just a good, fun superhero story. I think Sandberg's great. I would love to see him do Wonder Woman because I think he does this like whole mythological thing really well. The monsters look good. CGI look good. I love it. I'm a big fan of. I wasn't a fan of Shazam before the first film, and I like Sandberg's horror stuff. So I even that's what kind of drew me in there. And
right
now I buy Shazam. When I just read the new Mary Marvel book. I'm digging into my back issues and stuff. So I guess I would call myself a Shazam fan now, but it's kind of a bummer. No one else seems to be on board.
Yeah, I did not expect this movie to. After I saw it, I did not expect it to do this bad.
I wonder why. I don't understand why. Because it's good.
I think they should have marketed it more to children because there's definitely. I mean, the Shazamly is pretty much kid still, very kid heavy. Excuse me. So I do think they missed an opportunity there by not marketing it more to children. But for all the reasons you stated, and for the main reason that it's a family movie. Like yes, the monsters are a little scary, but not like. I thought the monsters in the first one were much scarier than this one.
Yep.
So, it's got heart just like the first one does. It's got a really good teenage love story between Jack Dylan Grazer's Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, he kind of stole the movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Rachel Zegler's she's not Hespera. Which one is she? I forget.
Hespera?
Was she Hespera? I thought she was.
I don't know. I can't keep track. She was
she was she's fantastic, but their chemistry even as kids is very, very good. The story is kind of is developed around them. And I gotta say, when he wasn't on screen, I was kind of hoping for him to come back. The stuff that he has with the wizard with
That was great stuff.
that that's fantastic. Like their stuff is so really really good. The pen, the magical pen,
Steve was great.
Steve, right? Like all that stuff was really
The only
really
thing I
good.
didn't like really was the end with the wizard. I thought that was a little corny, but like at that point, it's the end of the movie. It didn't bother me, But that's like the only scene I didn't enjoy really.
They probably should have kept the Wonder Woman thing under wraps. Thinking back, I think that was probably a bad move
That was
on their
good.
part.
Both Wonder Woman cameos were great.
Yes, both
The
of
first
them.
one with the wizard was hysterical. I would laugh my ass off. I thought it was hysterical.
It was good
because it was a cool little like, haha, we tricked you. You thought we were going to do this headless cameo. Guess what? She's later in the movie.
Right.
Like I thought. Like it's. I was again like I thought it was fun. Like, I
agree.
I don't really know what else you want. Like now, does this mean no one really cares about Shazam? I guess that's really what it comes down to. Which is a bummer because, like I said, I think they're really good, enjoyable movies. I will say though, as I was watching this movie, I did just kind of was like, as I'm watching Shazam and the Shazam we fly around Philadelphia and whatever, I'm like, I really want a good Superman movie. Like, I'm having fun here enjoying Shazam, but I do want a really good Superman film next. But because this is kind of like for me, kind of holding me over. The Shazam movies have held me over Superman wise. With Superman.
So what do you think? What do you think of all the stuff that's come out?
It's a bummer because you know how I feel. Like I understand what The Rock was doing.
Right.
I understand why he wanted Superman in his movie business wise, and just because like you would probably want to fight Superman, like as opposed to Shazam. Like let's be serious. Even though he is a Shazam character, I wish he would have been open to it. I'm upset that he blocked these cameos, but at the same time, I can't blame The Rock for the failure of Shazam 2. I don't know why it failed. Because I enjoyed it and I tell everyone to go see it. So if anything, it's just kind of it's the DCE, right? Oh man, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, outside
great cast, love everything about this, but it didn't work out. Like how many times have we said about DCE movie?
Yeah, outside of Aquaman and the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah, and look what those sequels are going to be about. We haven't seen Aquaman yet. From what we hear, it's horrible.
I know the early reads on that are not good, but I think if The Rock was open to being the villain in this one, I do think it would have done better. I don't know how much better, but I definitely do think it would have done better.
But I also think we misjudged how big of a star The Rock is with Black Adam. That we all thought that was going to be huge, and it wasn't. And
no, I agree with that.
Justin also said to me, like he was talking to a buddy of his, and his buddy was like, "Black Adam and Shazam have the same powers. It's kind of dumb." So it's like maybe they were released too close together, or maybe I don't know. But it's like you think about it, it's like maybe that is an issue for some people outside the superhero genre. I don't know.
And now I'm thinking about it. What would have benefited both films? In my head, thinking about it now, instead of having Cavill's Superman in the end credit scene of Black Adam, they should have had Shazam. They should have had Captain Marvel.
I would have liked that. It would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
For me, I mean, I've always been like, I get why he wanted Superman. I understand it, but like to me, I'm always like, well, it should be Shazam. Like, there's no doubting who it should have been the whole time.
So yeah,
but who knows? Like, it may not be over for Levi. Maybe he pops up. I mean, they did the post-credit scene. Black Adam tanked, but the Suicide Squad is still a thing. Maybe we see Shazam pop up there at some point. I don't know. And Waller's still involved. Maxwell
that show's coming out
around. So I don't know if you want to do like a Justice League International type deal.
Hardcore.
I don't know. Hardcore. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like hardcore can, I don't know, maybe help assemble that team. Cause I know again, like Bring Back Justice League, he's reading that. So that's like fresh in my mind. And I was like, oh, maybe they could do something because those characters are still around. Like Maxwell Lord is dead. I don't know. I'm just thinking, but who knows? Maybe this is it. But I think they're two really good movies. So I'd rather have them than not. Like, I think, I think they'll age well, to be honest with you.
Seeing Gal again, I definitely hope she sticks around. I don't think she's going to, but I kind of hope
it's just interesting because I'm like, if you guys are doing a hard reboot, because remember this movie was shuffled around. Like, wasn't it supposed to come out after Aquaman?
Yep.
Like I forget what the original order was because it's been changed so many times.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that I know Gunn said that this leads into the Flash, so I have no.
But then, like, how?
That's what I mean. Like, we
There's
we
no
haven't seen the
connective
Flash yet
tissue to anything really outside of Wonder Woman.
that we know of, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. He
So
said it
is
does.
Billy Batson in the Flash too?
I don't know. I don't know.
How does this
I
connect to Flash?
I don't know.
I do remember him saying that. That's a valid point.
Yeah.
There's no post-credit scene
No.
that connects them at all.
I mean, there are two, but none of them connect to the
Yeah.
Flash. So, and what did you think of the second one? Would you want to see that continue? We see Dr. Savannah again, and
Yeah, I would love to. I want to know what Mr. Mind is
Mr.
up
Mind,
to.
yeah.
Like I'm very curious. Like to me, that's like I think it's been teased really well for Shazam. Like I think they've been doing it, and I actually still think that the whole Black Adam as a separate movie was a good idea because I'm thinking like Kong versus Godzilla. You know, like you had two Shazam movies and one Kong movie before you know what I'm saying? Like before you get to the verses. I would have been fine with that. But yeah, like I don't know, or even I don't know. Black Adam 2 is essentially Shazam versus Captain Marvel. I mean, Black Adam. You know, while Shazam fights Mr. Mind in his third movie. I don't know. But
so
I would have been down for it. I really, like I said, I really like this movies, man. Like I
did
have
too.
fun with them. Like it's a bummer. It really is because
it is. It's definitely
it's
a bummer.
the best movie to get a bad review in a long time.
That's the other thing. That's the last thing I want to talk about this movie. When you look at how much the critics liked the first one, and I could see a little bit of a drop off, but this is a chasm. Like they,
which I feel like there's a lot of the first movie in this that really
I agree.
I connect with. Like
so that's what
it's weird to me that the main problem is everything they liked in the first movie is in the second movie. And it's like that's interesting. Like I know you've seen it before, but it's not like it's dipped. To me, it's just as strong.
I agree, and I think like I thought most of the performances were better. I didn't like Lucy Liu's character too much, but
a lot of people seem to complain about her. I didn't have a problem with her.
I thought Helen Mirren was fantastic. We already talked about Rachel Ziegler. She was fantastic. And then everyone else, you saw growth from all the kids. I thought it was even the step parents, like even there was even growth there with them. And the wizard, we got a little bit more of the wizard in this one. So I thought it was a good progression film. I didn't see why critics would be like, oh, the first one was great and this one's just kind of crap. That's surprising to me. So I'm wondering also, and they're human just like the rest of us. So I'm wondering if in their mind they're saying, well, this isn't going anywhere. So
I don't know what that has to do with this movie. Like the movie's
I agree, but
because the movie's pretty self-contained.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. There's I don't know. Like you have a post-credit. I don't know. He could be in the JSA, whatever. He could not be, but the movie itself is very contained.
Yep. So, guys, there's still time. I know it's supposed to be coming out on HBO Max very, very soon.
Next month, I think the 19th of April.
Yeah, something very, very. It was like 30 days, right? I think they said. So, but guys, there's still time to go to the movies and see it. And if you like just fun-hearted superhero films, go see this one because that's what it is. I'm going to go
see it again. I want to see it in the theater again. I like the dragon and the monsters. It was fun.
So definitely do that. And don't let the fact that you don't think it's going anywhere prevent you, because I know that definitely is hurting it as well. I
got to get my Shazam action figure out. I just bought it. I want to get it on display. Like I feel bad. Like no one likes the guy. I got to get him on. Got to give him some love.
Well, something that we finally found out is finishing. There was a little bit of touch and go. People were kind of worried about
Aaron Rodgers' jet.
No, not yet. That's not yet. But you kind of even asked me about it, I think last week or so. We finally got word, I think it was yesterday or no, Friday or Thursday or Friday, that we are getting the second half of the final season of Titans.
Yeah,
we got a trailer that was released. And I'll say this, for what they did in the first half, the trailer, what I saw, it looks like it's going to end pretty well.
I hope so. I don't know. I got to see it.
Yeah. Again, just from what I saw in the trailer.
Brother Blood seems to be out for blood, but we'll see if it's any
really
better. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, we'll see. I'm still touch and go on this. I have not enjoyed this season at all. I'm actually kind of interested in seeing what Superboy looks like as Lex Luthor Jr. So
I know
that's the one thing I'm interested in.
They tease that in the trailer. They tease more of Gar going on his journey, and looks like his beast journey to find out more layers of himself. That's what it looked like from what I saw. You see a little bit more of Rachel, obviously her connection with Trigon and Brother Blood. You see that little connection, which we got teased in the first half. The one picture we did get, though, we finally got Tim Drake as Robin in the costume.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the costume?
He looks like Robin.
Right?
Looks like Robin. Can't wait to see it in action. I don't like the feathered look to the cape. It looks they did that in Batman '89 the comic, and they gave Tim Drake a feather cape at some point. I'm not a big fan of that, but he still looks like Robin.
He does. And I don't think they didn't I don't remember seeing him in the trailer, though, as Robin. Did we get a glimpse of that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if we got any clips of that, but I do think from what they teased in the trailer that the second half is going to be better than the first half. So,
it can't be any worse.
Yeah, the first half, as much as I didn't hate it as much as everyone else, it's not my favorite half of the show of the season, of any of these seasons. So we'll see, but that is good news.
So would you say that currently, right now, your favorite DC TV show is Gotham Knights?
No. Damn. It's Superman and Lois right now.
And so what is your second favorite?
I don't know. I guess it would I guess stuff that's airing?
Currently on TV that's airing.
Oh yeah, well then it would have to be. There's only that in the Flash.
Gotham Knights, that's it, baby. Woo! Holzman, he's back.
And the Flash, I have to say, from where I'm at so far, it's just okay. Like this season's just been okay.
Of course, he's gonna be negative somehow. So just accept
I don't know.
it. You knew he wasn't going to give us 3 for 3. So.
I didn't say I hated it. It's just kind of been okay.
You knew it. I knew it. We all knew it was coming. 2 for 3.
Well, there has been good news though surrounding the ratings for both Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights. Superman and Lois opened to 753K, so it's just a 0.1. And that's about what it was last year. And then Gotham Knights debuted to a 0.1 as well. 602, I think, 1,000, right? Yeah, 602,000 homes.
So it looks like there's no superhero fatigue on the small screen.
Yeah, so
people are tuning in.
I'm still very surprised at the numbers for Gotham Knights. I did not.
People are curious, my friend.
Yeah, that's what it is right now, and
we'll see how long they can hold on.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't fall into the trap that the CW shows do. And if it is only going to be for one season, then it has less of an opportunity to do that. So, do you think, just thinking out loud, if it does this well all year, do you think they would do a second one?
I have no idea. It depends. I don't think so, because doesn't the CW want to do like reality TV now?
I don't know. But supposedly
no way
this is not connected, right? This is not connected to the Arrowverse. It's not
connected, but it's still part of the CW network. So I don't know, like if HBO actually even pick it up.
I mean, they could connect this with Superman and Lois if they wanted to do that.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Right?
No.
They could. No. I'm not saying they would. I said they could.
I mean, I guess they could. Superman and Lois is his own Earth,
but yep. So I don't know, but that's actually strong ratings for that show. So
power of Uxas, baby.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the power of Uxas, but it's the power of something. Because it's doing well.
I'm happy. I'm just happy people are tuning in, and to all you haters out there.
I really do want our fans who listen to the show, if you are watching Gotham Knights, please reach out to us and talk to us about it. This is something I want. I just want to know how many of our fans are actually watching the show. That's what
Steve Helm talking about.
I don't think he is.
See, well, I God not tell you what. There's Dak Prescott touchdown. I swear to God, I'm going to tell you the Cowboys are going to win Super Bowl next year. We go.
I have no idea. Okay, so we have a little bit of news, some casting news, like we always seem to have. Mm-hmm. So on Daredevil Born Again, they have recast the role, actually, I believe, of Vanessa Fisk.
No, originally it was Lady Lara. It was Lara from Man of Steel.
Yep. So Sandrine Holt is going to be playing her. I do not know her in anything else, but They have recast her. So she's back in the show, and we did learn that this actually is season 4.
Well, they say it's like a spiritual I don't know, like, because then you read the article and then he like the quotes are misleading within themselves. And they say it's like a spiritual successor. Well, it continues the story. It's like, well, what is it? Can you just like, you've already contradicted yourself twice in this interview. Like, is that how you got me to read it?
Yeah, it is kind of ambiguous.
I don't even know. It basically, apparently, it's basically a soft reboot.
Yeah, well,
that's basically what I'm figuring out.
I think we knew that just from the tone difference
at
that
some
we
point,
saw.
They say like it isn't, and then they is. Like, it's been conflicting back and forth. I don't really care either way. I'm just like, whatever. Just give me another season of this.
Yes. We also know Michael Gandolfini. We broke. I don't know if we broke the news, but we reported the news that Michael Gandolfini was cast in this, and all we know now is he did an interview when talking about his show Extrapolations, yeah, an Apple TV show he's doing. He did an interview with Collider Steve Weintraub where he said all he can say is that his character is from Staten Island. So,
do you think he's Foggy?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you think they recast? Like, that's what I was thinking. Is Foggy from Staten Island? I don't even know. But like, do you think he's the new Foggy? Do you think they recast him as Foggy?
It's possible. Some people also mentioned that he might be Toxin, or that came up in the article. He might be Toxin, who was, he's one of the symbionts from the Venom family. So we know that Venom is in this universe because we got him at the end of No Way Home when the end credits.
But he went back home,
right? He did, but we know that the symbiote is kind of there, so they could do that, bring that in. I don't know, but the only character that's really the famous Marvel character from Staten Island, of course, is Deadpool. So we know that he's here. What?
Deadpool's Canadian.
Well, Ryan Reynolds is Canadian.
I thought Deadpool was Canadian.
No.
Really?
Yes, Deadpool is from Staten Island.
Okay. I have to Google this.
So.
Because I thought the whole thing was like, all right, I'm Googling. I don't believe this.
Dude, it's in the article, the Collider article.
I know, but I still don't believe it.
Okay.
He's Canadian. He was born in Canada.
So.
It's on Marvel.com.
Okay. Maybe he lived in Staten Island? Did you read Deadpool comics?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. There was one where he actually visited New Brunswick at one point.
Nice.
Yeah, literally, I'm at Marvel.com. Wade Wilson was born in Canada, but grew up to be the least Canadian person ever. That's how they describe their character. That's incredible. Oh my God. Whoa. Oh, that made me laugh. Okay, so I don't know.
Well, then why are they lying to us?
I don't know, but there you go. I fact checked the article. He's definitely not from Staten. I was like, there's no way. He's Canadian. I knew he was Canadian. Canada. I did you justice. Wayne, that one's for you.
Maybe he lived in Staten. Why would they throw that out there?
I don't know. And he's not Deadpool. Well, Gandolfini's not Deadpool. There's no way.
No, he's not.
That's what it's saying.
So, that's strange.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go. Fake news. I debunked it. Oh, thank God I'm here. This is why you guys listen to me, right? Because I know my shit.
Yeah, you know what? I do remember Ryan Reynolds even saying that now. What he was doing before he did the character.
Why do you think Carlos is such a big fan?
Yeah.
Canada.
That's crazy. Anyway. So yeah, but we don't know who he's playing. So we'll see. We'll find out.
I'm betting he's recast as Foggy.
You think so?
Yeah. They're doing a decent amount of recasting.
Possibly. So we'll see. So guys, obviously check out, look forward to Daredevil Born Again. I know I am. I know Pete, I think you are.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, so we're going to be getting the return of Daredevil. So let's see. And as we know, Bernthal's back as Punisher, and D'Onofrio's back as Kingpin, and
Eric's back as Rusty Peters.
Yep, I'm definitely in it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see where they take this one. All right, so we talked a little bit about BVS, and we know that BVS started the whole was kind of like Zack Snyder's, not Man of Steel kind of really was, but BVS is really all him, where he kind of took over. And the first movie we got after that was Suicide Squad, David Ayer
Yeah,
Suicide
baby.
Squad.
Yeah, baby.
And so he spoke recently about
Who's he?
hmm?
Who's he?
David Ayer.
Okay.
Spoke recently about one specific thing that a lot of people had problems with regards to his Joker, and that was the damaged tattoo. It never really bothered me, but you know how people are. So
Yes, in fact, me Reno from French Canada. Me love this version Joker. David Ayer knocked it out the fuck. I haven't liked Joker this much since Joaquin Phoenix was in the movie Joker. So let me tell you, Reno French Canada. Love this Joker. Jared Leto, fantastic actor. Love his music. 30 seconds to Mars, 30 seconds to heaven. That's what I say. So I'm enjoying that. You enjoy that. I've got to go make me a hot pocket. Yes, Reno French Canada. Goodbye.
what?
Thanks, Reno. Okay, so Reno just came by and just jeez. Let me just fix the mic. The guy's crazy. He loves those pepperoni hot pockets. Let me tell you.
Wow.
He does. He likes hot pockets. Hot pockets.
So it was in a tweet where he says he has to fall on that sword. It was one step too far. Having the damaged tattoo. Again.
That's one of my least of my worries, to be honest with you. When it comes to Suicide Squad, I'm happy he went with without the tattooed eyebrows. There were some designs that were way too crazy. I don't mind the damaged tattoo. Didn't bother me. And
yeah, it didn't bother me either. I know it bothered a lot of people. That take overall bothered a lot of people.
Yeah. I actually like the take. I wish someone would do it again, to be honest. I kind of like the whole Joker cartel,
Yep.
look. Like, I like that look of the Joker. Like, I'm a big fan of it, actually.
A lot more came out of this little Twitter exchange, though, because I remember Snyder said that the Robin that was killed was Dick Grayson, but that apparently was changed later on. Originally, it was Jason Todd. So Ayer kind of let that out of the bag here as well. Really? Yep. So that's also was part of the Twitter exchange, because he does say that the timeline was changed later after filming. So, that stuff is out there now as well. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the tattoos that the Joker had, people had problems with. But I always said if they were gonna doing the Joker again after it had already been done twice so great, you had to do something different. And he went for it. So that's how I always felt.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I don't know. How do you feel about eventually seeing an Ayer cut?
I mean, sure. The first trailer that we got for that movie is what really excited me. And
yeah, it's different. If you look at it, it's different than all the others, obviously.
It's totally different. So that's the one I do wish we will see, but we're never going to see it. So I'm not even going to bother.
I feel you.
Not going to worry about it. If we do, it'll be nice. It'll be a nice thing that we get probably 10, 15 years from now, but we're not going to get it. So, we have some James Gunn news. I believe we might have even said this on the last show, but I don't know if we did. He is going to be directing Superman Legacy. Yes. At least according to Tom King, right? So,
yeah,
there we go. I think we all thought that was going to happen, but it definitely seems like that is the case. So we're going to have that.
His job's on the line, right? This is probably his biggest gig ever. I mean, who more do you trust in yourself? I just when I found out he was writing it, it just seemed like a no-brainer. He was going to direct it.
Yes,
it just did.
It also came out in a little bit of on Twitter, because that's pretty much where he holds court. Is on Twitter, which is awesome. But we also heard he actually wants to put Wonder Woman more into animation.
I think that's cool. They only got the two animated ones, Wonder Woman, and then the one with the Silver Swan,
right?
Which was actually really good. It's a bit long, but I think it's a really good movie. Yeah, I'd be down for more animated Wonder Woman, 100%.
Yeah, and he said he wants to get her more into animation. He doesn't think there's been enough of her in that area, and that was one of the first things that he brought up to the animation people when he became head of the studio. So that is interesting information. Of course, it's still out there that he spoke to Gal about staying on, and she's open to stuff. So
I think Shazam proved that.
yep. So we'll see, but we don't have anything on Guardians Volume 3. But no, there's one thing I did read that he said about Guardians Volume 3 is he said that he put everything in this that he could.
Okay.
So it's going to leave nothing. It's going to be he's a complete ending arcs for all the characters. I don't know what that means. If that means deaths, I'm sure there's going to be some of that, or if that just means they're done with doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he also had that. He also had that little bit of news. And
are you excited for Guardians 3? Are you pumped for it at all?
I did like the trailer, so I am excited for it. I didn't like the second one, as you know, but I liked them in the Avengers movies, and so I thought their appearance in Love and Thunder was just stupid, so I don't even count that as seeing them. But yeah, I kind of want to see these characters sent off, however they decide to do it, in a good way. And I think it does look like it's going to be a very heavy film for a group of characters that's so kind of fun. It does seem like it's going to end on a heavy note. So I'm looking forward to it. Definitely am.
Right.
Yep. You?
I not really. Like, it's not even like I honestly don't even think I care about Guardians.
Okay.
I just don't. I really don't. I'm sorry.
All right.
Will I see it? Like, I'll probably, yeah, definitely. I'll probably go see it in the theater, like on a Friday or Saturday, but, like, by no means am I like counting down the days,
Yeah, I think just because the nature of the characters is why I'm interested. They're lovable losers in a lot of ways, and that's what we're going to see. So we have some more casting news, but for your most anticipated show.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm talking about Penguin. Yes. So, Alberto Falcone has been cast.
Someone's coming back for revenge.
So we have an Alberto in here.
Okay.
As we know, he's the son of Carmine, who suffered his fate in the Batman.
Yeah, his sister's already around too.
Yes, his sister's going to be here.
So yeah, this seems like a collection of Gotham's finest scumbags.
Yeah,
it sounds great. I'm really excited for this. Who's playing? Who's the actor?
Did I not see the name? I did not see. I mean, there's Theo Rossi has been cast, but it says unspecified.
Interesting.
So,
all right. I don't know who that is, but
my fault. Michael Zagan has been cast to play Alberto Falcone.
Okay. I don't know. I still don't know who that is. So
I don't either.
But I'm just pumped that this is. I can't wait to get Ozzy.
He was on Boardwalk Empire, and he doesn't look familiar to me.
Okay.
But I did like that show. So
that show's great.
Yeah, it was a good show. So yeah, so your show, The Penguin, keeps on trucking with its casting.
I can't wait. I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see this thing. I wonder what it's going to be like.
I know. I'm really looking forward to it. That's another one I'm really, really, really looking forward to.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to The Flash. I know you are too. Especially with the merchandise I've seen you buying. Pete is buying up every bit of merchandise he can.
Not every bit. I mean, there's a lot of Batman stuff that I got to get.
So, Pete, I feel like every time I look on BOF, you're posting some picture of some toy.
Yeah, well, I got the Batwing now, and I got the
awesome.
I got the Ultimate figure set from Spin Master. I gotta wait and see on my actual Batman action figure that's coming in. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
So,
well, we should be excited for the film because another person has seen it. And a famous person, of course, I'm talking about Tom Cruise, who saw it, and he also says it's fantastic.
I can't wait to see this movie.
So, I mean, every time I hear something about this, people say it's fantastic.
I hope it is, man. I really do.
So
how crazy it would be if it bombs and everyone's like, Tom Cruise lied to us.
oh god, it wouldn't be, but he won't be alone. It'd be a lot of people. I'd be saying that about a lot of people because that's all I've heard of is good stuff about this film.
Yeah. Oh my god,
So
I hope it is. I hope it is. We need it to be good.
we do. We definitely need it to be good.
You can't bring back Keaton's Batman and give me a dud.
Oh
Can't
man,
do that.
I love the trailer, so I have very, very high hopes for this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm very excited. I just, you know, I never thought I'd get another shot at Keaton. There's something special about that, man. There really is. Like for the OGs, man. We're the OGs now. You know, well, you've been an OG for a while. You're an old man, but I'm like a new OG. You're basically you're an old god. I'm a new god. I'm Uxas and you're Zeus. That's how we're gonna play. I'm Uxas.
I'm connected to the first casting of Michael Keaton, so I could speak to that part of it. That when he got cast the first time
to get him back, like you kind of never thought it was good. It's been 30-some years.
It is crazy to read the things now about people who are like, "Oh, I'm so glad he's back," and then when I think back to the, "Oh my god, how could you cast him as Batman?"
Yeah,
I know. It's a crazy dynamic. But yeah, so I'm super amped for this movie. So, and it's coming soon. It is coming soon, guys.
A few months away.
3 months. That's it.
Wow.
3 months away.
They were talking about not making the movie, destroying the movie, getting rid of it, reshooting the movie.
when I see it go up on the screen, I'm gonna feel so vindicated because I kept telling everyone, "No, it's gonna happen. They're gonna make this movie. Trust me, the Flash is gonna come out. The Flash is gonna come out." And now it'll be up there. And I can't wait. That's gonna be a fun time. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
We all, I think.
Yep.
Every fanboy is. Oh man.
Well, now I need to look forward to ending the show because we've been at it.
Ending
the
show.
So Pete, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me at finale33@gmail.com. Everything. If you want the discounted OnlyFans menu, please email me and I can forward you a Rick's menu there.
Okay.
But if you want to contact me, you can find me on social media: Twitter, Instagram, Mastodon. Zack Snyder's favorite platform, Vero. Shout out to SnyderCon because it's coming up in a few days, right? We're all pumped for that one.
Sure.
Yeah, if you love Hasbulla, make sure you check out my Instagram page. It's the largest Hasbulla Instagram page on the East Coast, especially out of New Jersey. You can follow this podcast, Straight Outta Gotham, at straight_o_G, both Instagram and Twitter. We have a Facebook group and a Facebook fan page. Check those things out. Check out at Italians for Spidey on Twitter. That's the Italian Spider-Man Coalition podcast. I do that with the Carusos. You guys love them. We love them. I love arguing with them more than anything. What else we got? At Team Yellow Oval, pumped. We just talked about Keaton, Flash, all that jazz. Batman on Film. I'm all over that. I'm over the website and YouTube and all that jazz. So check all that stuff out. And I got toys to review, man. I didn't do anything this Saturday. Saturday I worked, and then Sunday I was lazy. So I got to do some stuff. I got toys to play with and review, so that'll be fun. And then maybe I'll do some. I want to see if I can modify one of them. Maybe I'll do a little home project.
A mod,
That's
always good,
dude, bro.
It's always fun.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little customizing. And that's it. So I'm going to hand it off to Eric Holzman, the champion of Long Island, the old god. It's up to him.
Zeus.
Yeah, Zeus. Zeus
you mentioned Nico. Did you see his Flash tattoo?
I did. I was like, oh man, you love the Flash so much you stopped watching the TV show.
It does look cool.
Yeah, I'm not a big tattoo guy, so each their own.
Yep. All right, guys. As you know, you can find me on Twitter at finally33, spell finale33. Same on Instagram, even though that's really just for food. If I'm posting something on Instagram, it's usually a recipe I've made or something I've eaten or whatever, so you can check that out over there. If you're fans of the New York Knicks, you can follow my Twitter handle for my Knicks show. It's at all_Nicked_up. Things were going well, and now they're not going so well, so there's never a dull moment with with that team. We'll see how the season ends for them, but we are coming down the stretch, and they are in a fight for a playoff spot. So definitely want to, if you're interested in the Knicks, check out the show every Wednesday night, either at 9 p.m. Eastern time or directly after the game ends. You can check that out. Check us out over there. Since I mentioned that Titan season 4 will be continuing, I will be continuing to review them for Batman on Film. So when I believe they said it begins April 13th. So I will start reviewing the final, I think it's 8 episodes.
Would you want to do Gotham Knights?
No. So you guys could check out my reviews there and chat with me about Titans if you are fans of the show. We can end it on either a high note, a low note, however it goes. It could be fun, I think, to break down these last 6 episodes. I will say this thing about Titans just before we close the show. From the first trailer we saw when Dick says "fuck Batman," the show has kind of maintained that consistent tone. So I've always kind of been happy that it didn't like kowtow to people picking on it for being something that they wanted it to be.
Oh, you mean like Justin?
So yeah. Well, Justin has a problem anytime something is a little bit off of comic book accurate. Justin gets angry about it. So
he loves Beer Belly Thor though. So
yeah, I know. But and that's fine. That's what he likes, and I have no problem with that. But I just want to thank the Titans as a show for not caving to pressure and just staying in its lane and knowing what it is, because a lot of times shows change based off of the fan reaction. DC is definitely famous for that in a lot of their media, so I will say that I'm happy about that Titans did not do that. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to talk about.
All right, Holzman.
You good?
Are you good?
All right. So for Pete Hasbulla,
and Uxus. And Galactus.
Yes, Uxus, Galactus. Anyone else we want to throw in this goodbye?
Rick Shu.
That's it.
Who else you got? We got Lauer, we got Rick, we got Haas, Holzman, Josh Lagern. He's I haven't seen Josh pop up on Twitter.
JJ Hodges. We mentioned JJ on the show.
Yeah,
JJ
Carlos.
Hodges. Yes.
Mentioned him earlier. Who else? Zeddy.
Yes.
Do we name everyone yet?
Oh, Phil Walsh, Tim Rooney.
There you go.
Chris Burke.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Matt Putz.
Yep, Matt Putz.
Reno, Steve Helm.
Steve Helm. Andy, we'll throw Andy in there.
Andy, yeah.
Yeah.
Reno twice because he's. I
think that's it.
Okay.
So for all those people, Pete, I'm Eric. You're listening to Straight Outta Gotham, and we'll see you next time.
Booyah.